Welcome to Kapeleris Talk TV. Be inspired, informed, and elevate your mind one step at a time. Talking about life, real estate, business, and beyond. Your host, author, speaker, real estate broker, Carmela Zita Kapeleris.
Thank you and welcome back to Kapeleris Talk TV. I'd like to introduce my next guest. She's from Kathleen Speaks Real Estate Consulting Services, lead coach Kathleen Black. Hi. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into coaching.
How I got into coaching, well, I came into real estate from a background of property management, basically purchasing houses, making them into multi-unit, and eventually my ex-husband kind of said, Kathleen, you know, why don't you get your license and pursue this? So I ended up to do that and ended up in a team environment, selling a high amount of houses very, very quickly, which led me to transition into teaching the systems that helped me to be successful to other realtors and other teams, specifically across Canada. So I just felt a real connection with team leaders, with those who are on teams who want to be in a high performance environment. I have a huge connection for that. And when I started to really listen to my clients and what they needed, what I started to see was that mirror of, you know, expectation and top systems and really tools that are going to work to allow them to have not just sales success, but a lifestyle was what I started to really resonate with my clients. So that's where I made the commitment to go into coaching full time.
Great. Do you have your real estate license? Have you ever sold real estate?
Absolutely. Yes, I've sold lots of real estate. I was top 1% in the Durham region and Toronto Real Estate Board for the years that I sold until I transitioned to coaching full time and then, you know, running a coaching company and now running my own coaching company, which is exciting.
Really? Yeah. And why did you start your own coaching company and why do you think realtors should maybe work with you?
I started my own coaching company because, to be honest, I have a high belief in performance. I have a high belief in people's ability to transform, to change, to be able to achieve things. And I truly feel that, you know, in that quest of trying to figure out what we're capable of, that's where we find out who our true selves are. So I have a specialty in real estate systems. I have a specialty in, you know, helping teams do mass production, you know, 200, 300, 400 plus deals. But I'm really doing it because I like to work with people and put them in a challenging position where they can realize their potential. And often it's much more than they ever thought. I know it has been for myself.
Right, right. What do you want to accomplish as a speaker and trainer for 2016?
For 2016, I want to accomplish a massive contribution. I think all people have amazing gifts, and I want to you know, bring the ability to elevate our professionalism in real estate overall. I think that we have a lot of value to offer to our clientele, and I think I have a unique experience to be able to help people do it in a systematic manner that works for them and again allows them to have a lifestyle. So my goal is to be on the national stages and conferences and really connecting with people and with their heart and their dreams.
Do you plan to go international as well?
I do, absolutely.
One step at a time.
Yes, one step at a time.
Why do you think we need a speaker in the real estate world today?
I think we need speakers and trainers and coaches because they mirror our capabilities. You know, when you hear stories of, you know, the story of Narcissus, for example, and looking into the lake and kind of when Narcissus left, the lake was weeping. And they said, you must be weeping because Narcissus was so beautiful. And the lake said, no, we didn't even notice that he was very beautiful. We're weeping because when we looked in his eyes, we saw the beauty of ourselves. So coaches, trainers, and speakers, I think, are able to mirror a capability that sometimes, you know, we don't see in ourselves. I know in my life there have been times I didn't see the capabilities of what I could do the next day, let alone what I can do now. And that's what I'm committed to, that transformation.
And it gives you a lot of meaning too, like it's very meaningful, and when somebody else succeeds, you actually feel really great and really happy for helping them succeed. So there is meaning to that. And nowadays, coaching has gained a momentum. And people are investing thousands of dollars into coaching. Why do you think that is right now, that people are looking at coaching more than ever?
For easy answer, but I'm biased, is it works. I mean, it 100% works. I mean, studies show again and again that just having a coach for accountability, you'll have 100% better performance. And I make a joke, it can be an awful coach. I don't know any, but it could be. It doesn't have to be somebody great, just someone holding you accountable. take somebody who actually knows a proven system and can plug that into your business, that's exponential growth. Like
Right.
Somebody taught me, they said, Kathleen, you know, you can see far on the shoulders of giants. And I feel this is very true. You know, we have these visions and dreams for our lives, but if I started with trying to create the wheel, I'll spend my whole life trying to construct a wheel. There's already somebody who's done the 20 steps to get me to the top.
Yes.
So I think people invest in coaching so that they can actually get to the point where they create something for themselves, something unique.
Yeah, like you've been in business for a long time. I've been in business for over 27 years. And when I first started, motivational speakers were the big thing.
Yes.
So people would go to motivational speakers, but they wouldn't actually get a coach. And then they would be all hyped up at that, and then go to the office and not know what to do. They didn't want to spend the money in coaching. So that's why I say now people are understanding that they have to take their education a bit further. It's part of your education, right?
Absolutely. It's an investment. It's an investment in your potential.
You can't just get pumped up and then do nothing with it.
Absolutely.
So what do you do with someone who wants to be coached or has hired you as a coach and they are completely unmotivated, or they tell themselves they're unmotivated, and they don't deliver results? They're accountable to you, but they're not maybe telling you the truth, or maybe they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and they don't deliver results. How do you handle that situation?
That's a great question, and I think it's almost always relevant in every single coaching scenario I've ever been in. And this is why sometimes people are shocked. I say, you know, the idea of just business coaching, I really think is a thing of the past. I don't think it's relevant today. And the reason for that is that we all have, you know, beliefs that we bring to our life, and our business is just one of the places that we showcase those beliefs. So, I mean, having a background in, this is why I invest in NLP coaching and, you know, personality profiling. I invest in that so I can work with those tools with my clients.
Right.
So I would say there's 3 types of training, and I think this is where brokerages and teams, you know, they're trying to get their grounding, because one is coming in with the motivation, you know, pump them up, everybody feels good, they leave, they don't do anything, but those people will come to every conference, you know, they'll buy all the books, the coaching industry loves them. There's the middle ground where we kind of bring an exercise and present it, and then 2 months later we bring something else and it contradicts each other, and then there's the mastery level. And that's where I invest my time, where we're trying to work with a cohesive system that we can actually build a foundation that they can grow on. And it's not, okay, I'm hyped up. It's, I actually know this. It's DNA. I live it. I breathe it. It's part of who I am and what I do, and it's in integrity. So if somebody isn't motivated, to me, I want to question, what are your values? Why have you set this goal?
Right.
Why do you care about it? Where does it come from? And how can we realign those things so you're excited and motivated again? Because I work with clients to help them achieve. If they don't want to, I'm probably not a good fit.
So probably the first place you'd go for that is their mindset.
Absolutely.
You need to change their mindset.
Yeah,
this
you need
is
to go to
the
the core.
problem.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're doing the things, but if they're not motivated and or they don't have the right mindset, they'll never succeed, right?
Yeah.
So do you offer like a guarantee for your services?
That's a good
do
question.
you do that? You know, like is there a certain amount, like, okay, if you work with me, I guarantee you 2 extra deals a month, or something like that?
That's interesting. I mean, I've had people come to work with me for all different reasons, because I specialize in team development and I work with teams across Canada. Some will come and say, we need to, you know, structure our business, our admin support. We need to get our team cohesive so we have synergy, so we have the same beliefs and we can move forward. So we're an actual team and not a group. Other people need to build production. And if you're a big team, they sometimes go back a little bit, you know, move things around, get them in place, and then they fly forward. So there's a lot of faith there. So do I guarantee my services? Absolutely, but it depends what you're going to come and ask me to help you with, to be honest.
Right.
I mean, some people just want to sell real estate and be happy again and thrive and bring value to their clients. They don't want to sell more houses. They want time with their family, and they want to feel at peace in their business. And that's a valuable goal.
Are certain people looking for a number to achieve a certain plateau financially?
Some are, absolutely. I find the more they make, the more it transitions to lifestyle and to contribution and teams where they can build other leaders.
Does it make sense to give a guarantee in regards to production levels, or not? That's not good business for you.
For me, I think it's a journey, and again, I think it's a transformation of who we're being. If somebody comes to me and says, I want my team to be able to sell 500 deals, and says, Kathleen, I'm hiring you to sell, that's the goal. To me, that's not a goal. That's a byproduct. That's an indicator. My role is to come in and help you create a team, a business, an organization that is capable of selling 500 deals effortlessly in a place of happiness and cohesiveness.
Okay.
That's that goal. So that requires, many people for a guarantee sometimes.
Yes.
But absolutely, I mean, I
That
stand
makes
behind my
sense.
work for sure.
Yeah. Do you coach more teams than individual agents?
Well, that's an interesting question. On one-on-one coaching, yes, I'm very grateful to work with some amazing teams in the past and present. I have been brought on, Paul Barron's with Century 21 Leading Edge. They're a great organization, top selling for Canada, and he's brought me in to do 5 programs this year. I've done 4 in the past. So right now I have a group of 50, largely individual agents, some teams who I'm with for 3 hours every single week for 9 hours. So I work with those people, individual, but one-on-one, more so you are a team or you want to learn how to leverage. Maybe that's a partnership. Team gets a bad word sometimes.
Yes.
Maybe you need an assistant and you want it to be smooth running. Absolutely, I work with those people as well.
Yeah, so again, that leads me to almost the same question. How do you coach an individual agent that's not a fan of the team model?
I love that question because there's a lot of bad rap for team. There really is. And in the end of the day, the essential question for me is, do you want to grow your business? Because a successful business is growing and powerful people want to do projects that are bigger than themselves.
And
which means
only do so much
You can only
yourself.
do so much. So if you tell me, hey, I'm going to keep growing my business, well, in our industry, once you fill up your work hours, unless the market's going up or you're targeting higher end prices, you're capping. You're in a $1 per hour investment right now with your career.
Yeah, and once you get overwhelmed, you begin to break down.
Your service level goes down.
Right. So
Absolutely.
if you don't learn to delegate and to use the services of others, you can't. You can just go so far, and then
Absolutely.
you're capped, right?
Yeah. And Ryan Hodge was talking about ego, and really it comes down to I'm not good at everything. And
Right.
there's somebody else who maybe is better than me at that area of my business.
That can do that better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Being able to let go.
Getting it our own way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you think that the elite agent's beliefs are? How are they different from the average agent? The elite agent and what they believe, they have a different mindset than the average agent. Can
Absolutely.
you explain that?
I think the elite agents don't want it all, but they want what they want. So if they look in all areas of their life, I think they actually have taken the time to say, this is what I want in all of these areas, and I'm willing to commit and go out there and go for that business. They make things happen. Whereas I find sometimes the agents who are trying to get their groove are stuck in that doubt where we're second-guessing some of our actions or second-guessing still our best business practices, and it holds us back a little bit. So yeah, I think the elite agents definitely have a high belief level in their skills and their ability to attain their potential. Their performance matches their potential because they don't have doubt in the middle of it, really.
Okay, let's talk about how you do it. How do you train or teach a client? What do you focus on when you're training or teaching a client? Take us through the process.
Take us through the process. I do custom, I love that because I do custom coaching. So every client I bring on, I do an assessment and I agree with them what their top goals are, and then I make a recommendation to help them get there. So one of my big things from a systems business perspective is making sure anything I teach them is not going to cap them in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. So what you're doing now is going to allow you to, for example, leverage advanced lead generation. Like the online is massive for people who are plugging into that, but most people don't know how to convert it.
Right.
So I want to make sure they can work with, mass lead generation models, and they're able to do that. So the core is always their business systems.
Right.
From there, it ends up to be what's getting in the way of, getting the results other people can with these systems, and how do we work on that? I'm there to be their fan. I'm coaching them. I'm their cheerleader.
And when you talk about systems, can you be more specific?
Absolutely. Full, and it's funny because I live and breathe it, so it feels like systems. Like full buyer systems, listing systems, admin support systems, people who are going to enrich your leads, systems for how you're going to connect with your clients, past clients, systems for recruitment. for hiring. You know, how do we find top talent to grow our business? How do we be good team leaders? I think that's one that's not asked a lot. It's how do I find good people for my team? Well, how do you be the best team leader so those people want to work with you? That's an important question.
I think that all this distributes to the general public and to our clients.
Absolutely.
And just adding more services to your company gives more services to the buyer and seller out there. So you're actually helping them to do better when it comes to buying and selling and for their referrals, right? So that's a good thing. Let me see. What other thing can I ask you then? What do you think is also really important when it comes to coaching?
I think when it comes to coaching, I think it's the same as performance. It's integrity. I think it's the most important thing. I believe very similar. Again, Ryan Hodge was on. I have a lot of affinity for his beliefs, very similar. But I think it comes from the core. It's a pursuit of who we are and how we can live up to our potential. And I truly believe environments for performance are not comfortable environments. They're environments that have tension. They're environments that get you out of your box to say, what am I capable of? That's goals. What's my potential? What am I capable of? Now that we try to orchestrate it, what interruptions or interferences are getting in my way, and how can I get back? Because I think people really are hard on themselves where they say, I want to achieve this, and they go out and they don't have the performance, and they say, I'm not capable of it. It's not true, right? I think in coaching, it's working with those little interferences to get you into your core strength, and we all have it. I mean, people are amazing, capable of amazing things.
Do you think that some of this should come from the brokerage side? The brokerage side should be offering more coaching to their agents and therefore making them better equipped for the real estate market and their clients out there. And
Absolutely.
And you know, have trainers for the industry.
Absolutely.
Talk
I mean,
about
I think
that.
when you see the top brokerages, they are. I mean, I talked about Paul Barron, Marilee Hackett, Sutton West Coast. I mean, brought me out to bring that team information because they want to get ahead of those trends, and they see what's happening in these team environments can be applied to brokerages. What I do with Century 21 Leading Edge is a huge amount of mindset, about success mindset into, you know, working with your business. And I think when we look at it, that we have, you know, operators or salespeople, we have entrepreneurs, you know, the drivers, and then we have the managers plugging into your office to help with the accountability, and then figuring out where you land. You know, the drivers aren't our systems people, right? The drivers aren't going to come in and say, you can do this more efficiently, or you're missing this principle. That's where you get those. If you can get the combination, I think, of those three people in your business somehow, that's the magic spot. So brokerages contribute to that.
That's great. We're going to wrap it up now. Can you just tell us very quickly how you think the internet plays a bigger role than it did 10 years ago?
Yeah,
and then we have a couple of minutes left.
Absolutely. It's massive. I think right now the individual agent is going to struggle if they don't have the marketing budgets to invest in the internet, and the bigger brokerages and the teams do. So the brokerages who bring the training so that those agents can convert online business are giving massive gains. It's really, the market share is just growing from online business. Some teams are doing up to 60% just from cold purchase pay-per-click leads because they have the systems to convert it. That's going to leave a lot of people in the dark. Quickly put.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So I want to thank you so much for being here, Kathleen.
Thank you,
Can you give us your website and so people can contact you?
Yes, for sure. It's www.kathleenspeaks.com, and it's growing into core pursuit as the business grows. But right now, that's the best way to get a hold of me, and it's just Kathleen at kathleenspeaks.com for email.
Great.
Thank you so
Great.
much,
Thank
Carmela.
you. It's
I
been a
appreciate your
pleasure.
time.